Well, as you may have seen way, way, way back during one of the PlayStation Now live streams, or I believe it was one of the Game Awards. Either or. You guys remember when Rocksteady announced the game that they were fully working on and fully finally releasing? And it was a Suicide Squad game. And we were all very excited. Well, you be right. Because this game is so much fun. I gotta say, this game has been the most fun just loot shooters that I've played in so long. It to me it's as fun as Borderlands, and I absolutely love the Borderlands series. Heck, I even put 3 as a pretty fun game to run around and play. Now, the gameplay wise of this game, going around doing missions and whatnot, is honestly not the annoying part. The annoying part is trying to figure out what you're doing in the middle of a mission. Like, let's say that you have to do and kill enemies specific ways. The game doesn't tell you until you start doing damage to them. And it's very, very, very annoying to deal with in the middle of a fight. I kind of wish it told you in the beginning, but who knows? Maybe I'm just blind and I didn't read anything. But at the same time, I still had a blast playing this game. I mean, obviously, I didn't fully die. I didn't go out of my way to fully die in this game because I felt like that would be just very, very boring to just try to see the games and whatnot. Unfortunately, I couldn't really record any of the stuff because the game crashed when I was recording one time and it stopped recording my display. It was just a black screen with my voice going off. So yay about that one. So I'm having to show you guys just base gameplay from YouTube, and I am very sorry to show you guys this. I really wanted to get my reactions in there, especially to the cutscenes and whatnot to this game, because I gotta say, I find them absolutely hilarious, and I feel like they had to take a lot of inspiration from the James Gunn Suicide Squad movie. I really feel like they took a lot of inspiration with the writing and whatnot and the jokes that landed in this game. Now, I will say some of the stuff about the boss fights. Obviously, the first boss that you fight is Flash. The first boss fight is the Flash, which is kind of weird. In my opinion, I felt like going off and trying to get rid of Wonder Woman, but Wonder Woman isn't even an enemy in this game. She's actually a friendly character in here, as friendly as she's helping us. But throughout the game, it kind of just seems like they were just like, "Oh yeah, let's make the Flash the first enemy," which I have nothing against. I actually enjoyed the Flash boss fight, just running around trying to make sure that he doesn't throw a fucking tornado at me and having to deal with that and whatnot. Second boss fight being Green Lantern. Honestly, specifically the John Stewart Green Lantern takes a toll with me, mostly because I'm just sitting here wondering, man, why John Stewart? I'm really wondering in this universe, which this game is set in the Arkham universe, which is Arkham Asylum, Arkham Origins, stuff like that. Why have John Stewart? I guess you can say John to a lot of other people is the better counterpart to Hal. But at the same time, there's so many other Green Lanterns and whatnot that you could have picked. But you know what? I kind of dig John. I felt like throughout the gameplay, like bro had so much stuff to say about Deadshot, like calling him convict and whatnot, and them calling him a space cop, like calling John a space cop and whatnot. Kind of just brings out that big whole like ACAB style movement because bro was just going in on Deadshot because Deadshot is black in this game. Bro just kept on calling them convicts and like other freaking prisoner terms, and I'm just like, wow, this makes me uncomfy. Even if I'm not African American, I'm still uncomfortable listening to that. I'm just like, bro, just calling me a fucking convict. My feelings are hurt right now. But the boss fight for Green Lantern, going off of to it, is actually pretty fun. having to fly around and use the Yellow Lantern bullets and whatnot to get rid of him, even though literal Green Lantern's biggest weakness is the color yellow. So yeah, let's get about that one. You literally just shoot and make stuff yellow, and that gets rid of his armor in the video game. I kind of feel like we should have had Green Lantern first as the boss fights and then Flash, but meh, what do I know? I'm just a little YouTuber, little old me. But the Batman boss fight. Oh, the Batman boss fight really took a toll having to go around the freaking Batcave with the fear toxin and just see all that stuff going on and whatnot and being attacked constantly by Nightmare Batman and then finally fighting him. Not getting to actually fight Batman itself, but you're fighting the fear toxin Batman, the one that is inevitably stronger against criminals that he used at the ending of Arkham Knight. And having to just use that as a boss fight mechanic is actually the most fun and the most creative that I've seen out of Rocksteady in a while since Arkham Knight. And honestly, I think it was genius having us fighting like Vampire Batman, as people call it, or a Demon Batman, roughly than just fighting a dude in armor. It's because we've already gone against Batman in the beginning of the game, going through the Batman Museum. You already technically go against Batman, but you literally just get constantly knocked out and whatnot, and eventually Flash gets beaten up because a little weird thing in the beginning of this game. Flash is not evil. And it's so weird. Because watching through the clips on TikTok, because yes, obviously TikTok spoiled me of this game so much through the Batman deaths cutscene and the freaking just the whole ending of the game and whatnot. I was just spoiled and spoiled, but hey, I still had fun playing this game, and I was still shocked by a lot of stuff that they were showing off in this game. Like, I was having a blast, but the little thing is, Flash isn't evil in the beginning of the game. He's actually trying to help you and tell you to get the hell out of the city. But obviously you can't because there's a bomb in your head. So going out through the game and having to fight all these supervillains and whatnot, honestly, the most difficult boss fight, I would say, was definitely 100% the Brainiac boss fight. The Brainiac boss fight was just the absolute craziest thing to go on. I didn't know if killing his friendlies were gonna hurt him and make it to where he can't heal that much. I didn't know if shooting him and then just keep on stunning him and eventually he would just lose health. I didn't know that just shooting him once with the stun and then shooting him after that normally would actually make his health go down a lot more faster. But hey, I, th- once again, this game is fun. The transversalness of the game, like moving around as different characters, is very unique, with every character having something different, and I do like that. I like having every character have something different. I think the hardest character for me to get used to, really, with the mechanics of movement, was Deadshot. But that was because I was trying to utilize the jetpack so much during the game, my gameplay of me playing it. I didn't know really what to do. Like, I was just so confused by everything on what to use and whatnot. And yeah, but let's not mention this game is a live service game, and I was kicked from the servers plenty of times, and also made it to where it was hard for me to get back into the servers plenty of times. I was out of the servers for like a whole day one time trying to just beat this shit. But the game is fun. The weapons in the game is actually pretty unique. If you get the full $100 version of the game, I got the game on sale. That's the reason why I'm making this video and whatnot. The reason why I got everything on sale and like bought everything is because I wanted to just spread my horizons about this stuff. And the weapon play that I had and whatnot was actually pretty fun. Having to be able to stun enemies and counter them and also just get shields from bashing them was actually pretty unique with this game. And I roughly enjoyed it. Yeah, it was not horrible. I kind of wish they had a different mechanic in the game to where you just got shield back by killing enemies and they just drop shield or had a chance to drop shield like Doom does. But at the same time, it wasn't to the point to where I was getting super duper annoyed from dying all the time. But I just played on medium difficulty, so it wasn't horribly like hard. You know what I mean? It wasn't just incredibly difficult for me to play and whatnot. Um, once again, it's a live service game. I mean, there was a little bit of framage, and I did have a lot of issues with the game, especially with me trying to record during cutscenes. It would crash my game. It would 100% just crash my game or just still frame a scene of the game because it was crashing. And that's really annoying because I played on the lowest graphic settings on this game, and the game 100% still looked good. The cutscenes still looked really good at lowest graphics. I feel like the game just kind of went from high graphics to like where you can see all the details and the characters, and then dumbed it down once you got into the gameplay because that's really what I just saw. I saw like the cutscenes having like the best graphics to where I can see the pores on the characters and the stubble on like Captain Boomerang. But then as soon as you get into the normal game, you can't see that. You can't see any of that. And I do like that little tone of detail. But having Brainiac being the main villain of this game is actually pretty freaking cool. I like having Go against Brainiac. I think this Brainiac is a little bit dumber than the other initiations of Brainiac that we've had, but also smarter at the same time because normally we see Brainiac going through worlds and worlds, just other planets, and collecting them. Meanwhile, this Brainiac wants to build his old home on this Earth in every single universe. And it is very different from what I'm normally used to with Brainiac from like the cartoons or Injustice 2. And I'm not gonna lie, I like the design of Brainiac in this game. I really do like the design of the extra lines on his face and whatnot, getting that just extra detail on him as well. But also, speaking of detail, Amanda Waller in this game is super duper detailed. You can literally see the fucking little like her inputs in her hair basically. It is absolutely crazy. Speaking of Amanda Waller though, going off of her character, she's much different, much different from how she was in the animated Arkham show. I'm not the show, in the animated Arkham movie, and also in the Suicide Squad movies in general that we have that are like in theaters and whatnot. She is very different from those in this game. She is a lot more angry. She is a lot more yelling. Like she yells a lot more. And honestly, she just has so much more character than what she does have in the other movies and whatnot. Except for the Suicide Squad, I felt like she had a lot more characterization in the Suicide Squad movie compared to the original one with Will Smith being Deadshot. Which once again, with the Deadshot allegations of having Deadshot kill a poser Deadshot that was originally in Arkham Origins and at Arkham City, I feel like that is kind of dumb. I did get cutscenes where it explained that type of shit, and I was very confused because I was just like, yeah, isn't Deadshot supposed to be white in this universe? I was just like, I thought he was white and whatnot. But having Rocksteady literally fight for this to say, hey, this Deadshot is the original Deadshot and he killed the poser. That is just completely stupid on their part. And I find it very, very dumb that they're even doing it that way in general. Either make it to where he killed the original Deadshot and now he's Deadshot, or make it to where it makes more sense. But the argument that people are pulling up with is that the Arkham animated movie literally shows him being white with his kid. But here's the thing. The Arkham animated movie is literally not canon because Joker dies in it. So yeah, that movie is not even canon in the Arkham universe, and the creators have said that it is a non-canon movie because Joker dies in it, and it takes place before Arkham Asylum, which makes zero sense for Joker to die right here. Speaking of Joker, Harley Quinn is the most fun character that I have played in this game. She is just amazing in this game and incredibly written out, especially during the Batman scene with her talking to her old self, Harleen, instead of I was gonna guess that it was gonna end up being the Joker that popped up talking to her in the fear gas, but it ended up being herself, and I was like, man, this is very different from just having the normal little route of her always being addicted to Joker and whatnot. But hey, I enjoyed Harley Quinn in this game. Most fun character, honestly. The Riddler trophies and the Riddler challenges in this game are not as annoying as they were in Arkham Knight. Let me tell you, they were very fucking annoying in Arkham Knight. But in this game, they're just roughly challenges that you can do around the maps and also just collect trophies. And they give you little skins and whatnot for the game that you can run if you don't end up wanting to buy any skins. Which, by the way, yes, since this is a live service game, it is going to have store. It is going to have skins that you can buy in the store with as long as like emotes and whatnot. So if you're going to complain about it, just literally don't buy anything. I've bought in the skins that I've wanted, which is the Justice League bootleg skins where like King Shark is in the Superman costume and Harley Quinn's in the Wonder Woman costume. And I feel like I'm not going to run any other costume in this game. But if you don't want to buy anything because it's a live service game, just don't buy the live. Just don't buy anything. Earn anything if you want to get the battle pass. Since this game does have a battle pass, once again, don't get it. I mean, it's as simple as that. I heard Joker is going to be coming out with the first season, which I am going to be playing the first season of this game and recording it to make a review on the first season. Because why not? There's going to probably be more story and we're going to be able to find another Brainiac. So, yeah. Another thing to mention in this game, the Batman death scene actually was not even that traumatizing. Like, a lot of people were complaining about that scene, talking about it, saying like, "Oh, this is the worst thing that's ever happened to Batman" and whatnot. It was just a, "Oh yeah, we killed him. Cool, awesome, we killed him." I thought it was very symbolic that Harley was the one that actually killed him because inevitably ended up killing the Joker in Arkham City, and it just comes full circle with him getting killed by Harley. But the thing is, having Deadshot also kill Green Lantern because apparently they have beef for some reason. I don't remember anything like that being in something like that. Like, this version of Deadshot tries to explain why Green Lantern was like trying to be like that to him and whatnot, but it also makes no sense because Deadshot is mostly just a Batman villain. But at the same time, I'm just like, it's whatever. But once again, this game is fun. I had a blast playing this game. Gameplay's fun. The story mode is actually pretty funny but not that hard to get a hold of. It's not that hard to comprehend and everything. So you should be able to understand what's going on and whatnot. But yeah, game's fun. And but if you guys did enjoy the video and whatnot, please be sure to drop a like and be sure to subscribe to the channel and whatnot. And I'll see you guys in the next one.
Metropolis, this is Lois Lane. From all reports, it seems that Batman is gone. As Batman and as Bruce Wayne, everyone knew him. Everyone knew his voice. Always prepared, he left a communication with the Daily Planet in the event of, well, it reads, "When I put on the cowl, I became a symbol. But I never stopped being Bruce Wayne, citizen of Gotham. Remember that we are all handed adversity in our lives. No one's journey is easy. It's how we handle that, how we help others, that makes us unique. That's what the Batman will always stand for. Metropolis will get through this. And Batman, goodbye. You will be missed, but never forgotten."